Very good evening to all of you. Today topic is time of supply and then value of the supply. So we are going to cover the two practical questions on the time of the supply and the value of the supply. Okay. So requesting everyone in the same manner, you please participate, by which we can make the class very interactive. Determine the time of supply in the following cases, assuming that GST is payable under reverse charge. Date of the payment. So what is that time of supply? We need to calculate in the following case, and the transaction is under RCM. Date of the payment by the recipient for supply of service. Date of issue of invoice by the supplier of service. Now, can anybody tell me what is the time of supply for reverse charge? What is the time of supply for reverse charge, and mainly in case of service? Currently, we are going to talk about the time of supply for reverse charge in case of services. So it will be earliest of, it would be earliest of first आपको मुझे टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई फॉर रिवर्स चार्ज, time of supply for reverse charge, you please tell me what is the time of the supply for reverse charge in case of service. So first is पहले हम प्रोविजन की बात कर लेते हैं नवनीत. So earliest of below three, what are the three?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, for what are you talking about, like supply for goods or service?
Service. So question is service, so I am talking about service only as of now.
So service, so earliest is the provision of service or
Okay.
receipt of service, whichever is earlier, or credit of the payment to the bank of the supplier.
यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है. सी आई डू अग्री. हाँ, आरसीएम है ना, तो प्रोविजन ऑफ सर्विस का कॉन्सेप्ट एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगा, कुछ डेट होगा इसमें.
Yes, sir. The date immediately following the 60th day from the issue of invoice, or
If
the date.
So first, I fully agree with you कि अगर invoice is required to be made by the supplier, then you correctly told date of invoice plus 60 days.
Yes, sir.
61 कर देता हूँ मैं, ठीक है, because following 60 है. And
Yes.
in case invoice is not required to be issued by the supplier, invoice is required to be issued by the recipient, then what is the time?
The date of the payment, which is debited from the bank account of the recipient, or
third is date of payment. Third is date of payment. Correct?
Yes.
So now this part is newly inserted. You remember earlier there is no concept for this. Invoice is required to be issued by the supplier or invoice is required to be issued by the recipient. No, there is no concept. This concept is recently introduced. इसका बात हम थोड़ी देर बाद में करेंगे. We'll talk about later on. And
but sir, in the book I stated there was no any type of like concept where invoice is issued by the supplier or issued by the recipient.
We'll open the study material also. You are talking about the study material, right?
Yes, sir. I want to know where it is written.
We'll open the study material. Okay. Let me solve this case study and then we'll open that study material. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So assume that supplier of the service is registered and he is required to issue the invoice. So June 29. So first is date of the payment. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Second is date of invoice immediately issued by the supplier following 60 days. So इसमें 61 days add कर.
June, July, August. It will be like 31st of August.
नहीं 31st नहीं होगा ना. June So July will be 31st.
Yes, sir.
So automatically 1 day will be covered. So it will be August
Yep.
29 only.
July 31st plus ये 34
31 जुलाई का.
31 जुलाई का, एक दिन जून का,
ओके.
2 दिन जून
29
के
काउंट
हैं।
नहीं करोगे, 29 काउंट नहीं करोगे.
जैसे 2 दिन जून के, 31 दिन जुलाई के, 33 और 27 दिन अगस्त के, यानी कि 28, 28 अगस्त।
28 अगस्त, राइट.
यस सर।
ठीक है. सो मैं अभी
64
एग्जैक्ट नंबर
डेज,
ऑफ डेज,
28 अगस्त।
तो एग्जैक्ट नंबर ऑफ डेज में नहीं जाता हूँ. यू डू द कैलकुलेशन फॉर एवरी मंथ, करेक्ट, यू ऑल नो. सो आई एम
यस सर।
सेइंग कि दैट अगर अगस्त 10th है और इनवॉइस इशूड बाय द सप्लायर, यहाँ पे मुझे 60 डेज ऐड करना पड़ेगा, राइट.
यस सर।
एंड देन विच एवर इज अर्लियर विल बी द टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई.
अगस्त 10 will be time of supply.
विच एवर इज अर्लियर.
So earlier is
ठीक
August
है. हाँ हाँ, करेक्ट करेक्ट. आई
10th
फुली.
August. Yeah.
सो रिक्वेस्टिंग एवरीवन टू पार्टिसिपेट इन द चैट. नवनीत आप भी चैट में पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए. Whenever you
Yes.
have any doubt, you can unmute yourself. ठीक है. Now, if it is August 10 and June 1, what is the time of supply? Give in the chat. So answer 2 would also be, question number 2 का आंसर क्या होगा? क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 का आंसर क्या होगा? 1 अगस्त. 1 अगस्त. Fine. Question number 3. Part payment is made in June 30 and balance payment is made on 1st September. So in this case, will there be only one time of supply? Will there be two time of supply? Requesting everyone to participate. Will there be only one time of supply or will there be two time of supply? Answer is there will be the two time of supply. There will be the two time of supply. First for the advance payment and then for the balance payment. Correct? So advance payment, two time of supply. All are saying two time of supply. Excellent. So in this case, if the part payment is made on June 30, part payment is made on the June 30, then what is the time of supply for the part payment? What is the time of supply for the balance payment? Please calculate and tell me. So because we have received the payment, we have made the payment advance. June 30th, we have made the payment advance. So calculate the 3 days. First is invoice plus 61 days. That will come 29 August. Second is date of payment, that is 30th June. In this case, 30th June would be earlier. So for the first payment, for the advance payment, can I say that 29th June would be the 30th June would be the time of supply. And for the balance payment, 29 August would be the time of supply. ठीक है. Important. These two part are important. Kindly give me the answer for the question number 4. Kindly give me the answer for the question number 4. So date of payment will also be calculated whichever is earlier. See, I hope everyone is clear. First, we need to calculate earliest of below 2 or below 3, whatever the case may be. And then one is the invoice plus 61 days, and second is date of payment. And this date of payment is also being divided in two parts, and whichever is earlier will be the date of payment. What are the two components to calculate the date of payment? When it is debited and when the entry has been passed in the books of accounts. Entry has been passed on 28th June and debited in the banking 30th June, whichever is earlier. So that will be 28th June. So in this case, time of supply will be 28th June. Any doubt? Any doubt for this? No. ठीक है. अब मुझे बताइए, there is one case. You tell me and help me to recall. Goods. Navneet, क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा. गुड्स का जब क्वेश्चन आएगा ना, then we will discuss. Then all angle is being covered in this particular. ठीक है ना? तो उस टाइम डिस्कस कर लेंगे. ठीक है. अभी मैं क्वेश्चन पूछने वाला था, तो वो भी मैं टाइम पे डिस्कस कर लूंगा. Whenever there is a relevant case or relevant question is there, I will discuss at that point of time. Now tell me, payment is entered in the books on 30th June. ये 30th June हो गया. And debited in the recipient bank account on 26th June. सिंपल ना, ये तो सेम है क्वेश्चन. What is the time of supply? Whichever is earlier, 26 June. So very simple question, correct? Fine. Let me move further. Raju Private Limited received the order and advance payment on 5th Jan for carrying out an architecture design job. It delivered the design on 23rd April. By oversight, no invoice is issued at that time. It is issued much later. ठीक है? After the expiry of the time prescribed for invoice. What is the time of supply? Give me the answer in the chat. What is the dates given in the question? Advance is on 5th Jan. Okay. Design on 23rd April. Okay. Fine. Answer is correct. Your answer is correct. So, Navneet, in the absence of the information, they have used only word advance payment. It means it is full advance. It is full advance. Okay. Now you all please tell me, I could find one bigger problem. Suppose the advance payment on 5th May. What would be the answer? If the advance payment is on 5th May, what would be your answer? अगर ये advance payment 5th May को होता, not advance, the payment, I can say, I will not use the word payment, advance. Assume that it is a payment, service has been completed on 23rd April and payment has been made on 5th May. What would be the time of supply? Okay. All are correct. All are correct. Now you all please see, I am making it complex by adding permutation combination. Why you are not adding invoice plus 61? Why you are not adding invoice plus 61? Or rather invoice, why you are not adding the concept of 61? वेरी नाइस नवनीत, बहुत बढ़िया बेटा. Why you all are not adding 61? Okay, assume that. Now tell. Now last component adding long date. It is latest. Okay. Let's say if the invoice date in this case, is, let's say, 3rd May. Assume that in this case, agar invoice date 3rd May hota, what would be your answer? The delivery is completed on 23rd April. Invoice was 3rd May. This is of service. कुलदीप, सर्विस की बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग यहाँ पे. ठीक है. Now the question, I think I can say, sir, now I can say the question become good. Still I am saying answer whatever whomsoever has given the answer not correct. एक बार वापस सोचिए. So shall I give the dates again? I am giving the date again. Okay, no problem. Provision of service is 23rd April. Invoice date is 3rd May. Payment is 5th May. Now you tell me what is the time of supply in this case. Now it become very good question. According to me, it become very good question. Everyone, please participate. Give me the answer once again. I request everyone, whomsoever has given the answer is not appear to be correct. Let us analyze. 5th payment is 5th May. Now please remove that date. Malakshmi, the 3 dates are 23rd April, 3rd May, and 5th May. My God, fine. So now let me open the study material. Why you are ignoring? Just asking. Might be correct or not correct. We have yet to analyze. Just asking why you are ignoring the 3rd May. Just asking why you are ignoring the 3rd May. Why you are ignoring the 3rd May? Can you tell me the reason why you are ignoring the 3rd May? Just chat में reply करें. एक बार chat में reply करें. There are कोई भी मुझे बता सकता है. नो आंसर पसाला. प्रिया आंसर दीजिए. मिस सुमी प्लीज आंसर चैट. हाँ, अब नवनीत ने कहा कि इनवॉइस डेट 3rd May को लेट है. आर यू श्योर? आर यू श्योर कि 3rd May को लेट है? डू यू ऑल एग्री? डू यू ऑल एग्री कि 3rd May को इनवॉइस इश्यू किया तो उसने लेट इश्यू किया है? He has issued the invoice late. Do you all agree with this? And therefore you are not considering 3rd May. Just confirm yes or no. Oh, okay. Great. What is the time limit to issue the invoice in case of service? What is the time limit to issue the invoice in case of service? What is the time limit to issue the invoice in case of service? What is the time limit to issue the invoice in case of service? I'm not talking about currently I'm not talking about any other concept. टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई का कॉन्सेप्ट 1 मिनट के लिए होल्ड करते हैं. इज इट, फर्स्ट गिव मी द आंसर. दिस क्वेश्चन इज कवर्ड अंडर फॉरवर्ड चार्ज और रिवर्स चार्ज. दिस क्वेश्चन इज कवर्ड अंडर फॉरवर्ड चार्ज और रिवर्स चार्ज. ये जो क्वेश्चन है, विल इट बी एफसीएम और विल इट बी आरसीएम? महालक्ष्मी इंटीरियर डेकोरेशन सर्विस, महालक्ष्मी इंटीरियर डेकोरेशन सर्विस, it is not under RCM, it is under forward charge. It is under forward charge. Let me open the study material also at the same time. Let me open the study material. Just allow me 1 minute only. Very right, Linga. Correctly told कि 30 or 45 days का concept will be applicable. What is the time limit to issue the invoice? What is the time limit to issue the invoice? We all agree, if it is goods, then date of removal. If it is goods, then date of removal. And if it is services, then I can issue the invoice within 30 days. I can issue the invoice within 30 days. And in this example, can you please tell me whether invoice was issued within time or after the time? In my example, 23rd April was the service date of completion. Invoice date was 3rd May and payment was 5th May. इस केस में invoice was within time or without late? Whether the invoice was within time or late, I can say because it is within 30 days, therefore it is within time. And if it is within time, which dates would be considered? Which two dates would be considered? Date of invoice and date of payment, whichever is earlier. So what will be the time of supply? 3rd May. Answer would be 3rd May. Clear हुआ ये वाला बात? Is it clear this point? Literally मजा आया सच में. So we enjoyed all. See, whenever you have the doubt, that question is good for me. Why? Because we could discuss the question on which you have the doubt. Delivery design. Architect design, na? Architect design. It delivered the design. So it is designing. So for example, I'm doing the, say, you require to construct your house. I am architecture. You have given the order to me to design your house. So I have created the map and I have given the map to you. It is supply of service. ठीक है ना? Everyone is clear, right? So all participants are not giving the answer. Only 4, 5 is there. Abhimanyu, Priya, Thiyasumi, everyone, if possible, kindly revert. So if you are not in the position, traveling, net not better, etc. Haha, like audit reports. Correct. Audit report. It can be audit report. चलो सर, थर्ड केस करते हैं. Please solve the third case. Please solve the third case. Please read and solve. And meanwhile, I am going to the institute material and I like to discuss the point which is raised by Navneet. 2 minute, 3 minute ले लीजिए, whatever you like them, you like to take the time. Please solve the question number 3. Kindly give the answer if it is done. Okay. So you all have given the answer. Let me read the question. Investigation shows that 150 carton of the capacitor were dispatched on 2nd August, but no invoice was raised. And the transaction were not entered in the books. There is no evidence of the payment. What is the time of supply? Reason? What is the reason? What is the reason you are saying? So you can say because no date is given, so time of supply will be 2nd August. It could be. Your answer could be correct, but what reasoning you will give in the question, in the exam? Reasoning क्या देंगे आप? What is the reason that you will give? रीजन क्या देंगे आप? आंसर इज करेक्ट. आंसर इज करेक्ट. मैं रीड कर रहा हूं नवनीत, मैं रीड कर रहा हूं. Yes, majority answer is correct. Navneet, your answer is correct. Reasoning is also correct. So if I talk about, so this example is forward charge or reverse charge? This example is forward charge or reverse charge? Forward charge. What is the time of supply for the forward charge in case of goods? Date of invoice or last date on which invoice is required to be issued. As per the time limit for goods is the date of removal. So in this case, date of removal is 2nd August and the time limit is date of removal. So the invoice, if not prepared, then what is the last date of invoice? 2nd August. So last date of invoice 2nd August or payment, whichever is earlier. Payment not given, no information. So I can say 2nd August would be the time of supply. So correct. So 2nd August itself is not important. 2nd August per se is not important. Am I right? Because it is also the date of removal. Therefore, it is the last date to issue the invoice. हमें date of removal. See, if I talk about in time of supply for forward charge, goods के case में time of supply for forward charge, is there anything written that date of removal is important? टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई के प्रोविजन में क्या डेट ऑफ रिमूवल लिखा हुआ है गुड्स का? वेदर इन द प्रोविजन इटसेल्फ, FCM, time of supply of the goods under FCM, whether date of removal is written in the provision? The answer is no. Let me open the study material and read. Time of supply under forward charge, what is written? Date of invoice or last date on which invoice is required to be issued under section 31 or payment whichever is earlier. So where is the date of dispatch, date of delivery? Nothing. So first you link the date of delivery is become the last date to issue the tax invoice. And because it is the last date to issue the tax invoice, so therefore it come in this provision. बस खाली date of delivery को last date से link कर देना and then last date or date of payment whichever is earlier is the time of supply. Again repeating again and again these word, whether you write or do not write, it is immaterial. Section का number लिखो या मत लिखो, immaterial है. It will not give the extra marks to you. What you should write? You should write the main crux, main reasoning. Clear? Shall I move to the next? Or 1 second. So is that clear? Now, is this clear? Navneet, you have asked the question, correct? Now I'm saying you that where it is written. So this is time of supply for reverse charge. Time of supply for reverse charge, correct? In case of services, there are 3 clauses I talked about. Now, 3rd clause is also written. It is written. You can refer the page number 25 for the study material. The date of invoice by the recipient in case when invoice is required to be issued by the recipient. Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me when the invoice? I am highlighting this part. Invoice is to be issued by the recipient. Can anybody tell me? क्या कोई मुझे बता सकता है? When the invoice is to be issued by the recipient. Can you tell me what is the case, relevant provision, relevant concept when invoice would be required to be issued by the recipient? Kindly give the answer. RCM, okay. So we are talking about reverse charge mechanism. Absolutely correct. In the RCM, they are saying invoice is required to be issued by the supplier or invoice is required to be issued by the recipient. I am not talking about the date. I am talking about when. See, when I will apply the clause B, when I will apply the clause C. It depends upon who is required to issue the invoice. No, it's not correct. Navneet. Listen my question once again. Everyone requesting. I am talking about RCM provisions. I am talking about RCM provision for services. So here they are saying date of the payment. Clear. There are two clauses. If invoice is required to be issued by the supplier, then I will apply date plus 61 days. If invoice is required to be issued by the recipient, then that date. Now tell me when I will apply the clause B and when I will apply the clause C. You will say that when invoice is required to be issued by the supplier, apply clause B. When invoice is required to be issued by the recipient, clause C. Agreed. Now the concrete exact question is when the invoice is required to be issued by the supplier in case of RCM and when the invoice is required to be issued by the recipient in case of RCM. This is my main question which I like to ask from you. क्वेश्चन समझ में आया ना? मैं हिंदी में एक बार रिपीट कर देता हूं. मुझे इस चीज का आंसर चाहिए. आरसीएम के केस में सप्लायर कब इनवॉइस इश्यू करेगा और रिसिपिएंट को कब इनवॉइस इश्यू करना है. सो आई होप यू ऑल एग्री दैट बोथ विल नॉट इश्यू द इनवॉइस. I hope you all agree that both will not issue the invoice. Am I right? Either supplier will issue or the recipient will issue. Nine. No. No. Nine. No. Where service is received or payment is debit. No. No. Maybe promising note by the recipient. No. Still, I am not receiving the correct answer. Let me repeat the question. I am saying in case of RCM, when invoice will be issued by the recipient, in which situation invoice would be issued by the recipient. The question is related to tax invoice. I fully agree with you. I do not have any doubt. Invoice accounts and records की बात कर रहा हूं. But I'm asking वो कौन सा situation है जहां पर आरसीएम के केस में रिसिपिएंट इनवॉइस. नाउ महालक्ष्मी, यू आर वेरी नियर. यू आर वेरी नियर. नवनीत, you are also very near. What is the answer? I hope I'm. Yes, now absolutely correct, Navneet. I'm writing the section number so that you can connect. I'm writing the section number so that you can connect. You can read 31 subsection 3 clause F. It says that in case of RCM, if supplier is unregistered, then invoice will be issued by the recipient. Absolutely correct, Mahalakshmi and Navneet. So meaning thereby, when the clause B would be applicable, if supplier is registered. When the clause C would be applicable, if the supplier is unregistered. Is that clear? Is that clear to all? क्लियर हो गया ना? Everyone is clear? And this is the new point. Therefore, you may expect the question. This is new point. Therefore, you may expect the question. Now, you may ask, sir, if the supplier is registered, then the benefit of 61 days is given. If the recipient, the supplier is unregistered, no benefit. Why so? See, in case of RCM, who will pay the tax? In case of RCM, who will pay the tax? The recipient. In case of RCM, who will pay the tax? Recipient. So, once recipient has made the invoice, he would be aware about his liability. He would be aware about his liability. Na? So, there may be the time, some time taken by the supplier to deliver that service, to complete that service. So 61 days ka benefit is being given because it is from supplier invoice and liability is to be paid by the recipient. Liability किसको pay करना है? Recipient को pay करना है. Correct. But here, recipient who is required to discharge the liability, he has made the invoice, then therefore no benefit has been given. Now, one important provision that I will discuss later. Now, can you tell me here what is the time limit to make the invoice for recipient? Time limit. What is the time limit to make the invoice? हाँ बिल्कुल 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 यहाँ टाइम लिमिट उसको दे दिया. Now you will understand. Here they have given 61 from supplier invoice and here they have given indirectly 30 days. Indirectly 30 days. Why 30 days? How 30 days? See, this date of invoice by the recipient under reverse charge. What is the time limit? 30 days from the date of receipt of service. Now you see the answer. Once the service has been received, then add 30 days and then you need to make the invoice. Who? Recipient. I hope every point we have touched it. Every point we have touched. ठीक है. So अब आते हैं वापस. सप्लायर टैक्स थोड़ी पे करेगा. हाँ 90 डेज का टाइम लिमिट मिल गया इनमें. हाँ 90 डेज का टाइम ठीक है. दे आर ऑल्सो एग्री. सी दे हैव फिक्सेस द टाइम लिमिट, नो प्रॉब्लम. सी टू सम ट्रांजेक्शन they do not have the hurry, obviously. ठीक है, fully agree with you. Your point to relate, absolutely correct. Next question read करो. And then tell me the answer. Next question read करो, question number 4 and give me the answer. Read the question, give me the answer. 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, great. Given the answer. Very nice. Just wait for 1-2 minutes more. Everyone can participate. हाँ, एक बार बस ये क्वेश्चन खत्म कर लूं, देन यू कैन टॉक. जस्ट ये क्वेश्चन खत्म कर लूं, देन यू कैन टॉक. So it will be after completion of question number 4 before starting the question number 5. ठीक है. So all can correlate and focus on that question. चलो सर स्टार्ट करते हैं. एक मिनट और दे दो. जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर 1 more minutes and try to give you answer. 1 minute और दे रहा हूं. So fine. You all agree that this particular transaction is falling under RCM. ठीक है. So who is the person liable to pay the GST? Because it is under reverse charge. So it is partnership firm. So is it not individual? Had it be individual, then RCM would be applicable. Because it is partnership firm, so forward charge is applicable. I'm asking the question. I'm creating the confusion, asking the question. Need clarity from you, need answer from you. My question is, they have written mention partnership firm. Is it not that if it is an individual, then it is under RCM? If it is other than individual, then it is forward charge. What was that service? Nine. Nine. In which case they are talking about, if this, in this case, you have to tell me the nature of the service where the supplier is individual, then it is under RCM. If supplier is other than individual, then it is not under RCM, it is forward charge. And the service was bank related to the banking company only. Service was related to the banking company only. What is the time of supply for service? Invoice plus 61 days. Invoice plus 61 days. Invoice plus 61 days. Or payment. What is the date of the payment? 18th April or 20th April? What is the date of payment? 18th April or 20th April? What is the date of the payment? 18th or 20th? Whichever is earlier. Whichever is earlier. So 7th Feb, you can calculate and tell me. Some are saying 9th April or some are saying 8th April. So it is 9th or 8th April, whatever you are calculating. Before that, because I'll talk about, let's say 9th April or 18th April, whichever is earlier. So time of supply will be 9th April. Now, let me unmute and ask the question, please. Kuldeep, just raise your hand. हाँ, बताएं. Kuldeep, you have the question or Navneet, you have the question?
No.
Okay. No problem. Yes, kindly ask.
Yes sir. Sir actually I have a question, but उससे पहले मेरे पास एक और क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे फरवरी का महीना दिया है अगर जो, so we will consider 29 days in
28
February.
normally 28 consider लो, unless and until year is going.
सर अगर जो 28 वाला देंगे तो फिर तो 8th अप्रैल हुआ, because 22 in February, 31st in March and plus 7 in April. So the date immediately following 60 days. Okay. Sir, question I have for goods, like it is written in the study material that advance payment in the case of goods is irrelevant except composition scheme and like one more scheme in goods. And for services, advance payment will be the date of time of supply.
Right.
So sir, I want to know that why it is written in the study material that whichever is earlier, like the date of issue of invoice or the last date on which the invoice has been issued, or the date of payment whichever is earlier. And also it is written that the advance payment in case of goods is irrelevant. So sir, I have a question that if in a case a supply is made of rupees 1 lakh, okay, and 30,000 payment was done in advance. So for if I am applying the rule of payment which is earlier, so payment is done earlier, and the same contributing point is saying that advance payment is irrelevant.
Very good question. So I got your question. Let me give the answer, and if it is satisfied, then you tell me. If it is not satisfied, you ask counter question. Okay.
Okay.
So in the GST, I am referring the GST. It would be any other law. So one is section, one is rule, and one is notification. There are circular also, which as of now I'm not talking about. There is ROD also, there is circular also, there is some instruction also. मैं सिर्फ 3 की बात कर रहा हूं. In case of goods, what they have issued, they have not changed the provision at all. If you talk about the section 12 subsection 2 of the CGST Act, still they are saying date of invoice or payment, whichever is earlier. Agree?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, the same thing which they have written in the institute, they have mentioned, they have referred the section only. यहाँ तक तो बात clear है? Now, government has issued one notification 66 by 2017. They are saying that in case of the FCM, no advance liability will not be payable. See, language was very tough. In short, I'm saying liability is not payable on advance for goods. Correct?
Yes.
Now, tomorrow, let's say tomorrow, they have removed that notification. Then what happened? It will applicable
So it will be payment or invoice, whichever is
payment.
earlier.
Now, if you talk about why they have mentioned, because they have not made the GST law has section has not been omitted. So considering that, they have still the same section.
Okay. So, sir, I have a doubt that if in exam I got a question like Mr. X is doing a supply of rupees 1 lakh and getting 30,000 advance and 70 rest payment is receiving at the time of the removal of the goods. Okay. So, sir, invoice will be the removal of goods and the payment is earlier in the case of 30,000. So, at this time, in I think in the attempt of May, what answer should I write? Like we should consider the advance payment concept, or after the notification we should ignore the advance payment system.
You have to ignore the advance payment. You can say so. What you can write in the exam: time of supply for the goods under forward charge is date of invoice or payment, whichever is earlier. ठीक है?
Yes, yes,
However, as per the relevant notification,
yes, sir.
the GST on goods under forward charge is not payable at the time of advance except composition dealer and except whatever it is written.
RCM.
Therefore, in this case, the advance payment become irrelevant. Time of supply would be the date of invoice,
Time of supply will be the removal of goods or the
whichever is
invoice
earlier.
date.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Yes,
so
sir.
in this case, you have to quote the section, you have to quote the concept of notification in one or two line. Both you will quote and then you will conclude the final answer. That would be perfect.
So, sir, in the answer section, I have to write first that what is section 12 subsection 2 is saying, like invoice date or payment, whichever earlier, and as per the relevant notification of
Correct.
the CGST Act, the Act is saying that at the present, advance payment is irrelevant in the case of FCM of goods, except
Correct.
composition and RCM. And after that,
Correct.
I'll conclude my answer that the time of supply will be the date of invoice or the date on which the invoice should have been issued. Okay.
Correct. 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 Correct.
Okay.
एक चीज
Thank you.
और बताना चाहता हूँ. Just allow me 1 minute. I like to tell you one more point.
Yeah.
So where it is written, you just find out in between. We will take the break of 10 minutes. आप मुझे just वो पेज नंबर बता दीजिए where it is written that GST is not payable on advance for supply of the goods except this word I need, except RCM and except composition. Just tell me that particular line. I'll just clarify one more point which if there. ठीक है
सर
ना?
पेज नंबर तो आई
आप
थिंक
आराम से बता दीजिएगा, आज बता दीजिए, नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे बता दीजिए, कभी भी
okay
10 मिनट का ब्रेक लेंगे
in
तब.
break I'll find the
हाँ हाँ, नो प्रॉब्लम.
exact page number where it is written composition or one more. I think I have some doubts. I will be clear.
नो प्रॉब्लम. नो प्रॉब्लम. एक बार लास्ट क्वेश्चन क्विकली करते हैं. प्लीज सॉल्व द लास्ट क्वेश्चन. Please solve the last question. Very simple question. It's a small question, very simple. Just quickly solve. Just giving you 2-3 minutes. Ma'am, Mahalakshmi, you have asked one question. Key in question, agent is partnership from Sepsim is applicable. No, I have created the confusion. Let me solve that confusion. This was partnership firm, and I have asked one question that where in which category of the transaction, if the supplier is individual, then RCM would be applicable, and if supplier is not individual, then FCM would be applicable. वो transaction क्या था? You have to tell me the transaction. Answer to that was DSA, not banking company. DSA. अगर if it is an individual DSA for loan disbursement, there is a license required from the banks. Correct? That is DSA. So in case of the DSA service, supplier is individual. So for loan disbursement, there is a requirement of certificate from DSA. There is a requirement of certificate of DSA. So some selling agent, you can say. So there could be the selling agent, it could be the direct selling agent or something. So, Mahalakshmi and everyone, if I am DSA, DSA means I am authorized to disburse or initiate the loan. If I am DSA, then they are saying banking company will pay the tax under RCM if I am individual DSA. But suppose I have created the partnership firm and I have taken that agent and I have taken that agency DSA. In that case, the tax will be payable under forward charge. This point is clear. This point is clear. But the question which is there, but the question which is there, it is recovery agent. In case of the recovery agent, it will always under RCM. It is always under RCM. So I can say that if it is DSA, then we need to see if it is individual, supplier is an individual, then RCM would be applicable. If supplier is other than individual, it could be like partnership firm, it could be like limited company, private limited company, then it will be FCM. But the current question was on recovery agent. Recovery agent, every type of the recovery agent, it will always come under RCM. Fine. Everyone is clear? Absolutely correct, Mahalakshmi. Absolutely correct. So, fine. For the next one point, I like to clarify the doubt. For calculation of 60 days or 61 days, 60 days or 61 days, please do not add the date of invoice. Please do not add the date of invoice. Navneet, ये अपना कुछ doubt आ रहा था. You have asked the question. Now let me clarify. You will not add the date of invoice. So it means in the Feb there is 21 days. In the March there is 31 days. In the April there is 60 days. So I will say immediately following 60 days would be the 9th April. Is this clear? We will not add the invoice date. We will not add the invoice date. Is that clear? ये थोड़ा मैंने क्लियर नहीं किया था. हाँ, तो आपने इग्नोर किया था. थैंक यू. So Navneet, DSA is recipient and agent is individual. No, DSA is not the recipient. DSA is category of the transaction. DSA is the supplier and status of the supplier is individual. Then RCM, status of the DSA supplier is other than individual like partnership firm, then you will raise the invoice to bank. See, recipient would always be the bank or NBFC. Clear? Is it clear? अभी भी डाउट है नवनीत? T is clear, sir. Okay, DSA will be under FCM if it is if see what is the DSA? हाँ, फर्म है तो करेक्ट। डीएसए अगर आपने कहा कि फर्म है, पार्टनरशिप फर्म है, या लेट्स से कंपनी है, इन दैट केस इट इज एफसीएम। इफ इट इज प्रोपराइटर, individual, then it is RC. DSA is the supplier. We are checking the supplier. Correct. If the supplier is individual, recipient would, because DSA is the loan. Beta DSA is the loan. Who will disperse the loan? Either bank or NBFC. Either bank or NBFC, right now. So the recipient would always be the bank or NBFC. The recipient would always be the bank or NBFC. ठीक है। सो महालक्ष्मी आपको भी क्लियर है और नवनीत आपको भी क्लियर है एंड ओके लिंगा इज ऑल्सो क्लियर। ग्रेट। सो लेट्स टेक ए ब्रेक ऑफ 10 मिनट। डीएसए क्या है? सी नवनीत, अच्छा ये ओके ओके अब क्लियर हो गया ना? ओके ना क्लियर, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है। आई थॉट आई हैव टू एक्सप्लेन अगेन, नो प्रॉब्लम। सो फाइन, जस्ट टेक ए ब्रेक ऑफ 10 मिनट, वी विल रिज्यूम एट 7:15। फिफ्थ का आंसर, अच्छा प्लीज क्लैरिफाई, प्लीज एक मिनट, वेट फॉर ए मिनट, वेट फॉर ए मिनट। आई थॉट दैट आई हैव गिवन द आंसर। दयाना, कौन सा वाला किस्सा बेटा? विच केस यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मिस्टर? विच केस यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट लिंगा? मिस्टर लिंगा, मिस्टर लिंगा, आई एम आस्किंग विच केस यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट? अच्छा ये फिफ्थ वाला क्या? सी एक्स सप्लाइड द गुड्स फॉर 50,000 टू इट्स कस्टमर on 1st Jan on the condition that payment for the same will be made within a week. However, she has missed the payment on 2nd Feb. She has made the payment not 7 weeks after the 7 days, thus paid interest amounting to rupees 2,000. Now, what is the question? Question is, what is the time of supply with regard to addition in the value by way of interest? Delayed payment of any considerations. Now tell me. So they are only asking for the interest. They are only asking the interest. They are only asking the interest. Correct. Navneet, Malakshmi, and what is your answer, Mr. Linga? Delayed payment interest is added, but when? On 1st January, what is the time of supply? On 1st January or on 2nd Feb? Mr. Linga. Will it be the time of supply? Will it be 1st Jan or will it be 2nd Feb? Correct. So in case of the interest, penalty or any charges for the delayed payment of any consideration, what is the time of supply? The time of supply will be the date when it is actually paid. When it is accrued, no. When it is paid, date of payment, that is 2nd Feb. So answer would be 2nd Feb. Now clear? Kuldeep, it will not be the 1st January, am I right? हाँ, सी ठीक है ना, गुड्स की बात कर रहे हैं आप? अच्छा, गुड्स वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस, सो नॉट लाइक टू रिपीट अगेन। सो इन दिस केस चलो गुड्स का कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं। लेट मी टॉक अबाउट गुड्स। ओके, you want goods also? So date of the removal of the goods, it become the last date to issue the invoice. It become the last date to issue the invoice. Can I say this? He has supplied the goods on 1st January, so it become the last date. So one is the 1st Jan, and what is the date of payment? What is the date of payment? 2nd Feb, whichever is earlier. 1st Jan. Agreed? In case there is an advance which I have already explained, अगर ये मान लो first दिन के पहले होता, then what I will say notification is given the relaxation regarding the liability of GST on advance for supply of the goods under forward charge. ठीक है, एवरीवन इज क्लियर? एक बार कंफर्म कर दीजिए प्लीज, कंफर्म वंस अगेन, एवरीवन इज क्लियर? एक बार कंफर्म कर दीजिए, एवरीवन इज क्लियर? फाइन, फाइन बेटा, थैंक यू. So now take a break of, take a small break of 10 minutes, and then we will resume, start the value of the supply. हम value of the supply start करेंगे, ठीक है? मनीष जी 10 मिनट का ब्रेक. So Malashmi, kindly confirm, out of these three dates, I am unable to understand the difference between service rendered and provision of service, because both would be same. There would be only one date. See, when the service was completed, that would be only one date. So is it the invoice date you are talking about? Is it the invoice date you are talking about? What is the 7th September? I am unable to understand, because their rendered and provision of service are same. Actually, it's question instead TYK. Okay. Pretty much. Can you highlight the page number also? Can you highlight the page number also? Can you highlight the page number also? 6.4. Why it is 6.45? It is not study material. It is something else. 6.4. Okay, page number 45. Page number 45. We mean to say. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. So you, meanwhile, you please solve that question number 1. You please solve that question number 1 on the value of the supply. You please solve the question number 1 on the value of the supply. Okay, we are starting the value of the supply, question number 1. Value of the supply, question number 1. Just everyone 5 minute ka time. Meanwhile, let me see that particular question and we'll solve that question also. क्वेश्चन नंबर बताना कौन सा है क्वेश्चन नंबर. सो अच्छा, ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 होगा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11, यू मीन टू से क्वेश्चन नंबर 11. 12. ओके, 12 नहीं, 11 है. सो एक मिनट मैं हाईलाइट करता हूँ, एक सेकंड के लिए हाईलाइट करता हूँ. यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन ओनली, राइट? यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन ओनली. जस्ट कंफर्म करो. आर यू टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन ओनली प्रोबेबली? सो दिस इज इनवॉइस है ना, दिस इज डेट ऑफ इनवॉइस. नवनीत 2 मिनट रुके. वेट फॉर सम टाइम, वेट फॉर सम टाइम. This is date of invoice, right? Now still you like to solve? Still you like me to solve? Still you like me to solve? कर लेंगे इसको, इसके बाद कर लेंगे. Will definitely do. So इसका क्या आंसर आया? What is the answer for the question number 1? What is the answer for the question number 1? What is the answer for the question number 1? अच्छा, okay, ठीक है, no problem. Thank you. What is the answer for the question number 1? Fine. Let me read the question. Let me read the question. Sharp Mind Institute provide the coaching for engineering entrance examination. Just एक मिनट दीजिए. Hello. So the Sharp Mind Institute provide the coaching for engineering entrance examinations. Monthly fee charge from a student is 10,000 rupees. Institute is known for its commitment to provide the education to the underprivileged children. It trains the 10 students every year, perfectly free of cost. Great. Institute received 3 lakh as coaching fees during the month. एक NGO is in the area of education has given the subsidy of 10,000 in lump sum during the month to the institute because it is serving perfectly okay. The value of the education कितना होगा Sharp Mind Limited का 3 lakh. Will I add 10,000 or not? Will this subsidy be added or not? Give me the reason. Will it be added or not? Give me the reason. Very, very nice question. Small question, but it is very important. Okay. So you are saying not added. NGO has added. Okay. Added as not for government. Okay. Oh, great. Now, this word is important. Would you like to change your answer? Would you like to change your answer? I can say this word is important. Would you like to change your answer? 2 words are important. You have correctly picked this point. You all have correctly picked this point. No doubt. I feel that this word is missed by you. Now I'm highlighting and tell me, will you add or not add? See, parallelly, I will highlight that relevant provision also. You all remember, but I like to highlight important point. That's it, by which you will give the correct answer. Sorry. System. You all are saying that because it is not by government, therefore we need to add. Had it to be by government, then we will exclude. Agree? यहाँ पे किसी को doubt नहीं. Everyone is correct. Now, tell me what it is written. What it is written. Directly linked to the price. Directly linked to the price. How it can be? For example, you are making a sale of 10,000 rupees. Now I am giving the subsidy. I'm saying I will give you the subsidy of 10% for each student. I will give you the subsidy of 10% of 10,000. But what is the question says? Question says that the subsidy was given in lump sum. Subsidy was given in lump sum. Therefore, because it is not linked to the price, it is not linked to the price, and therefore, what would be your answer? Your answer would be it will not be added in the value. It will not be added in the value. सब्सिडी गिवन बाय द नॉन गवर्नमेंट, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट, बट क्या ये डायरेक्टली लिंक टू द प्राइस है? एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. So subsidy by the government exempt and therefore lump sum subsidy will not be added in the GST. बहुत बढ़िया, very nice महालक्ष्मी, very nice. Added, not government subsidy. Absolutely correct, Linga. Navneet. But if it is written, it is included in, then only we can see based on the question, language of the question also. See, currently we are talking about it will not be added in the value. 3 lakh is the separately, 10,000 is separately. Suppose if they are saying instead of the lump sum, they are saying somehow it is linked to the price. Somehow it is linked to the price based on the language. Then we can say it will be added in the value. Fine. Shall I move to the next question? एक से आप इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कीजिए. जस्ट आई एम गिविंग यू solve this question. I have few more question. Just do fast so that we can reach to that level also. We can reach to that level also. हम वहां पे भी पहुंच सकें. Correct? It means 10,000 already added in 3 lakhs. Who is? नहीं. It is not added in. See, subsidy where it is written. The institute has received the coaching fees 3 lakh and subsidy 10,000. What does it means? It means 3 lakh is the coaching fees. See, coaching मतलब जो student उसको दे रहे हैं, right? That is 3 lakh and 10,000 is given by the NGO. It is not included. It is not included in that, obviously. AKZ Food Private Limited gets an order for the supply of the processed food from a customer. The customer wants the consignment tested for the gluten and specific residual. AKZ Food Private Limited does the testing before the supply and charge the testing fees for the same from the customer. Okay. AKZ argued that it should not form part of the consideration for the supply as it is a separate activity. Now, very simple question. Yes, right, Navneet. So, Linga, you have given the correct answer. Mahalakshmi, absolutely correct. You have given the correct answer. Kuldeep and Navneet. Company's argument is incorrect. Absolutely. So, absolutely correct that it will be added. It will be added. What could be the reasoning? What you will give in the reason? What you will give in the reason? Reason क्या होगा? Nice masala. It is not linked to the supply. No. Reasoning क्या होगा? What would be your reason? Reason क्या होगा आपका? What is the reasoning that you will give? नहीं. नहीं. Necessary for supply? No. रीजन क्या होगा? रीजन ये होगा, there are 5 things to be added, correct? And what is the reason? Any expenditure charged by the supplier to the recipient, anything done by the supplier, in anything done by the supplier in respect of the supply before delivery. So if any expenditure charged by the supplier to the recipient and any amount charged for anything done by the supplier in respect of that supply on or before the supply, it will be added in the value. Reasoning क्या होना चाहिए? Because this expenditure is being charged, and as per the GST provision, anything which is being charged by the supplier to the recipient before the delivery, then it will be added in the value. सप्लाई से रिलेटेड मतलब नहीं है, नहीं 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 नहीं, इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये वाले खर्चे कर रहा है, कुछ भी वर्ड लिखा है ना, एनी अमाउंट चार्ज फॉर एनीथिंग डन, सप्लाई से रिलेटेड है, सप्लाई से रिलेटेड नहीं है, डजंट मैटर एट ऑल. वी नीड टू से, रीजनिंग में अगर आप ये लिखोगे तो इनकरेक्ट हो जाएगा. मेरा माई अंडरस्टैंडिंग से दैट यू शुड राइट एनीथिंग डन by the supplier and any amount charged for the supply at the time on or before the delivery will be added in the value. Might be he could say कि भाई इस सप्लाई का वेट करके दो. Might be could say please send through special vehicle. नहीं, सप्लाई से रिलेटेड नहीं है तब भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. So if something is not related to supply but is charging, it will be added in the value on or before that delivery. So Navneet, I am saying that you might be correct, but I am saying that you are interpreting this line with the linking with the supply. That is not correct. Reasoning में ना वो doubt create कर देगा. Simply write ना anything done and amount charge. That's it. Anything done. See, I would say reasoning should your tell that anything done by the supply in respect of the supply of the goods or service at the time or before delivery. So you can say 3 element is there. Amount charge कर रहा है with respect to supply. Agreed. ठीक है, चल मैं मान लेता हूं with respect to supply. But it is being charged for anything to be done on or before the delivery. So that is my point. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है दोस्त. So question number 3. Price. Following information: a registered supplier sold the machine to the BP Limited. It provides the following information. Okay. Price of the machine, excluding taxes and other charges, serial number 2 and 3. Okay. Price of the goods 25,000. Third party inspection charges. Such charges were payable by supplier, but the same has been directly paid by the BP Limited to the inspection agency. The charges were not recorded in the invoice issued by Messrs. Flo. So, will it be added or not? Will it be added or not? This 5,000 to be added in the value or not to be added in the value? Added in the value. Perfectly. Same reasoning. Now, freight charges for the delivery to the delivery of machine has agreed to deliver the goods to the premises. So it's 2,000. Will it be added or will it not be added? Will it be added or will it not be added? Okay, all are added. Subsidy received from the government on the sale of machine under skill development program. Will the 5,000 be added? Will the 5,000 be reduced or nothing to be done? 5,000 ऐड करना है, क्या 5,000 लेस करना है या नथिंग टू बी डन? Not to consider at all. Correct. Nothing. Subtracted. Why to be subtracted? See, so subtraction would be there. Subtraction would be there. So first tell me whether this 5,000 is there in the 25,000. क्या ये 5,000 रुपए 25,000 में है? क्या ये 5,000 रुपए 25,000 में है? Whether this 5,000 is there in the 25,000? Answer is no. And so Malakshmi, the word exempt would be incorrect. The word exempt would be incorrect. तो आप इसको अवॉइड करना. See, होता क्या एग्जाम में टेक्निकली बड़ा मतलब सी देयर इज अ माइन्यूट problem. So even if you're not adding, but if you are saying exempt, then they will not give the marks. Why 5,000 is not added? So Navni, so no, correct. So 25 में include नहीं है. Then will I add 5,000 or not? Answer is no, because the clause says that government subsidy will be excluded. Government subsidy will be excluded. So therefore we are not adding. And question of subtraction will not come because it is not there in the 25,000. Mahalakshmi and Navni, both are clear? Clear है? ठीक है, आगे बढ़े. Discount of the 2%, discount of 2% is offered to BP on the price mentioned at serial number 1. क्या है serial number 1 में price? 25,000 and recorded in the invoice. क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? Shall we add, shall we subtract, or we will not do anything? Shall we add, shall we subtract, or not do anything? Very nice, Pasala, Navneet and Malakshmi. Value क्या आएगा? What will be the value? What would be the value? कुलदीप, कुलदीप यहां पर एग्रीमेंट वाला पॉइंट नहीं आएगा. यहां पर एग्रीमेंट वाला पॉइंट नहीं आएगा. Why it will not come agreement wala point? Because if you talk about the discount in the value of the supply, discount are being divided in two parts. One is the discount on the invoice. One is the discount on the invoice. Simply, agar on the face of the invoice, recorded in the invoice, that is the only agreement. That is the only things to be satisfied. If it is post supply, if it is post supply, then you are correct. We will see whether it is written in the agreement, linked to the price, linked to the invoices, and ITC reversal by the recipient. These some things we will see. But अगर वो invoice पर record करता है, if is recording on the invoice, गवर्नमेंट सब्सिडी को लेस कब करेंगे? कभी नहीं करेंगे. If say for example in this question नहीं करेंगे, but normally it will not be reduced. Normally it will not be reduced. So it will create unnecessary confusion. It will create unnecessary confusion. Government subsidy is your income. Government subsidy is your income, right? Not expenditure. So reduction would be only for the expenditure primarily. But it might be language can be, maybe language says that this 5,000 is added in the 25. For example, this 20, this they are saying it is included. Let's say, just to satisfy, extend your answer, it is included in serial number 1. 5,000 is included in serial number 1. Then I will remove. बट ऐसा मैंने क्वेश्चन आज तक देखा नहीं है. मैंने ऐसा क्वेश्चन आज तक देखा नहीं है. वो नॉर्मली यही चेक करना चाहते हैं. दे आर नॉर्मली नॉट इंक्लूडेड इज रिकॉर्डेड, हेंस डिस्काउंट वुड नॉट इंक्लूडेड. डिस्काउंट तो माइनस होगा ना. सी, डिस्काउंट इंक्लूड नहीं होगा, डिस्काउंट माइनस होगा, राइट? डिस्काउंट विल बी माइनस because there is only one condition. Absolutely correct. You have talked about correct provision, because 50 section A says कि discount if recorded in the invoice, then it will be excluded from the value. Now excluded from the value का मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? अब देखो, ये जो वैल्यू है, सी नाउ यू कैन से ये जो वैल्यू है, दिस इज द वैल्यू बिफोर डिस्काउंट और आफ्टर डिस्काउंट. whether this value is before discount or after discount. सर क्या बात करें, वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन आई एम आस्किंग। ऑब्वियसली सर इट इज बिफोर, इट इज बिफोर ना, इट इज बिफोर डिस्काउंट, इट इज बिफोर डिस्काउंट एंड इसका 2% कितना होगा, 500 कितना होगा 2%, 500 रुपए, राइट। सो इट मीन्स 500 is not excluded, is not excluded. What it says, it says the value of the supply shall not include any discount. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, उसमें अभी डिस्काउंट हटा दिए क्या, whether 25,000 has removed the discount, no। तो मुझे करना क्या है, what I should do, I shall not include, it means I will reduce that 500 before or at the time of the supply if the such discount has been duly recorded in the invoice issued by the supplier. Is it clear? Please confirm, is it clear? Kuldeep, correct ना? So I can say 25 5 30 तो 32,000, 32 31,500. You have calculated 31,500, right? I think you have calculated 31,500. Just confirm. 31,500, right? एक मिनट दीजिए। 31,500, ठीक है, परफेक्टली ओके। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करें। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है मेरा, छोटा छोटा कर लेते हैं ताकि एक ही स्क्रीन पर दिखाई दे। इज इट विजिबल ना, ये स्क्रीन छोटा तो नहीं हुआ ज्यादा, मतलब इज इट विजिबल, विजिबल है ना, क्योंकि एक साथ दिखाई देता है तो ठीक रहता है, मतलब वी वुड बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड। So now the Sri Krishna Private Limited registered supplier furnished the following informations. Price of the goods excluding taxes and other charges mentioned. So 1 lakh, municipal tax 2,000, inspection charges 15, subsidy received from the trust 50,000. So just quickly tell me, will it be added or not? Will it be added or not? Will it be added or not? Just will it be added or not? Correct. I am talking about this particular municipal tax. Municipal tax add करेंगे नहीं करेंगे? It will be added or not? Okay, you are saying added. Why no? Why no? Why no? Reason? What is the reason? Where it is क्या वर्ड लिखा हुआ है? नवनीत क्या लिखा हुआ है? इंक्लूडिंग लिखा हुआ है कि एक्सक्लूडिंग लिखा हुआ है? क्या लिखा हुआ है? एक्सक्लूडिंग टैक्स। अरे भाई मेरे, एक्सक्लूडिंग टैक्सेस खत्म बात, एंड अदर चार्जेस जो कि मेंशन्ड है 3, 5 एंड 6 में, ये वाले में ये तो अदर चार्जेस की बात कर रहे हैं, 3, 4 और 6 को ऐड नहीं किया, प्लस टैक्सेस को ऐड नहीं किया। अब यहां पर टैक्सेस कहां पे लिखा हुआ है? इट इज ओनली इन दिस पर्टिकुलर कॉलम, सीरियल नंबर 2 ना। नो प्रॉब्लम, नो प्रॉब्लम। सो बस बेटा मैं ये कह रहा हूं, एग्जाम में प्रॉब्लम क्या होगी? प्रॉब्लम यही होगी इन द एग्जाम, व्हाट वुड बी द प्रॉब्लम इन द माइंड, यू हैव द probably you may create the pressure because we have the time, the question is long, etc. We would not be able, so we'll try to resolve fast. This is the problem. You have to calm and cool, read the question carefully, otherwise it creates the problem. Hoga kya? You all know the answer, but because of simple, either you have not seen the excluding including, or you could see that the serial number 2 is not there. ठीक है, तो ये बस ध्यान रखना बेटा, मतलब अदरवाइज क्या होगा, यू आर having the very good understanding over entire subject, but just because the question is not being seen, not seen carefully, you might do the मतलब incorrect, you might handle the incorrect. So 1 लाख में ये 2,000 रुपए ऐड करना है, Okay. What about inspection charges? What about inspection charges? What about inspection charges? ठीक है. What about the subsidy from the trust? What about the subsidy from the trust? See what it says. Simply seeing the trust, will we add? Simply seeing the trust, will we add? No. We have to see the two things. First, it should be linked to the price. And second, we should see that it is other than government. In your answer, please add this reasoning because it is received from other than government and linked to the price. Therefore, the value would be added. Therefore, the subsidy would be added. रीजनिंग में आपका देना चाहिए. बहुत बढ़िया नवनीत, कुलदीप एंड एवरीवन. You all four participants are मतलब I really appreciate everyone. Linga, Navneet, Mahalakshmi, Pasala bhi and Kuldeep. You actively participating in all classes. Very मतलब इससे मुझे भी मजा आता है. Frankly saying, I also get motivated to teach you in better manner. ठीक है. That is the only motivation. So always attend the class regularly, irrespective of any faculty. ठीक है. Now ये आ गया और ये आ गया. Now what you say? Late fees for the delayed payment inclusive of GST. Sri Balram paid the late fees. However, these charges were ultimately waived and the amount was refunded to the Balram during the same month. Oh my God. Will you add or will you not add? Will you add or will you not add? Add less or nothing to do. Add less or nothing to do. Correct. मैंने लिया वापस लुटा दिया. In same month, I have taken from you and I have waived off and returned the same. Then what is the net impact? Have I taken any amount for late fees? Have I taken any amount on account of the late fees? Net impact बताइए. Same month में तो मैं net impact consider करूंगा. Answer is no. So therefore, it will not be added in the value. Why? Because late fees on account of the delayed payment would be added in the value, only if it is being paid. Because taken and refund, then it will not be added. Right. If in the same month, to be added. If Kuldeep, you might be asking if it is not in the same month. Correct? You like to ask like this? See, for example, let's say he has taken and refunded, let's say after 3 months. After 3 months. In that case, what will happen? It will be added. It will be added. Suppose I'm saying, hypothetically, I'm saying, first month it will be added. In the third month, I will issue the refund voucher. You will understand that whatever the amount I have taken, if I'm refunding, I will issue the refund voucher and it will be minus in that month. अगर इसमें month का difference होता ना, तो it will be minus. Clear ना? ठीक है बेटा, ठीक है. Payment charges. Such charges were paid by the Sri Balram supplier Balram to the Radhe Private Limited on behalf of the Sri Krishna. What will do? Add less or nothing to do. Add or less or nothing to do. Will be added. Sixth number will be okay. Okay, great. Will be added. Okay. Reasoning. What is the reason? Give me the reason. क्यों ऐड करना है मुझे? Give me the reason. Give the reason. ये वर्ड मत करो. इन रेस्पेक्ट ऑफ सप्लाई ठीक है, बट उससे ज्यादा भी इंपॉर्टेंट एक वर्ड है. उससे ज्यादा भी इंपॉर्टेंट एक वर्ड है. नहीं. It is paid by the नहीं. Charges are paid by the Balram. Balram is the recipient. Goods sold by it to Sri Balram. So Balram is the recipient. On behalf of the supplier. on behalf of the supplier. On behalf of the supplier, he has made the payment. And that charge is not added, then I will add the same. He can recover. Yes, yes. So invoice में तो add करना ही पड़ेगा ना. So correct. So what is the total amount? What is the total amount? One thing. Wait. We have not seen this part. Again, same mistake is being done by me. Intentionally or unintentionally, I don't know. अगर मैं स्टूडेंट होता यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन क्लोज करता, I will get some deduction. रीजन क्या है? क्या लिखा है? नोट देखिए क्या लिखा है. What is this? Now you got the answer, Navneet. Same question which you asked. Correct? ये 50 के क्या होगा? It means यहां से माइनस हो गया. The price of the goods is actually 150, but यहां से 50 माइनस कर दिया और नेट इज नेट ऑफ सब्सिडी दिखा दिया. Very important point. The price of the goods is shown as net of the subsidy. अच्छा, इसका सब्सिडी का हमने फाइनल क्या किया था? What we have did? We should add or we should not add? We should add or we should not add? Answer is we should add. We should add normally ना. We should add. अब यहां पे क्या किया इसने? Price of the goods is net of subsidy. Net of subsidy मतलब क्या हुआ? Net of absolutely correct. It is also mentioned in the first point as well. So now what to do? You tell me what to do. I don't know. Add back. Add back. Now make it total and tell me the answer. What is the answer? एक बार टोटल कीजिए और आंसर बताइए. Right? 169. Any doubt? 169. Any doubt? No. Can we move to the next question? एक 5 मिनट का ब्रेक लेते हैं. लेट्स टेक ए ब्रेक ऑफ अनदर ब्रेक ऑफ 5 मिनट्स. 5 मिनट का क्विकली ब्रेक लेते हैं, ज्यादा नहीं लेंगे. 5 मिनट्स एंड देन विल रिज्यूम एंड डू द वन मोर क्वेश्चन. ठीक है ना? राइट लिंगा. सो एग्रीड ना? इररिलेवेंट वाला अच्छा मुझे बता. शुड आई एक्सप्लेन ऐसा? हाँ मैं करता हूँ. विल टेक द ब्रेक ऑफ 5 मिनट एंड देन विल रिज्यूम एंड देन विल डू अनम्यूट एंड देन विल स्टार्ट द लास्ट क्वेश्चन. ठीक है. ठीक है दोस्त. ओके. हेलो हाँ प्लीज हाँ सर सॉरी सॉरी हाँ. So last question, kindly solve the last question, and after that, Kuldeep or anyone who like to speak, we can talk. Navneet, ठीक है, एक इस क्वेश्चन के बात कर लेते हैं सर. बहुत छोटा क्वेश्चन है. Will this 20,000 be added in the value or not? Will this 20,000 be added in the value or not? Credit. Clear. Installation and testing charges not included in the price for the machine. Will it be added in the value or not? Answer is yes, it will be added in the value. Discount 2% on the price of the machine recorded in the invoice. Will it be added? Will it be reduced, or nothing to be done? Answer is it will be reduced. Kohli Limited provide additional discount of 1% on year-end basis based on the additional purchase of other machinery for which adjustment is made at the end of the financial year without any changes in the individual transaction. Added, reduced, or nothing to be done. हाँ, क्रेडिट नोट ठीक है, एग्रीड. इस इनवॉइस में कुछ करना है. डू आई नीड टू ऐड और लेस इन दिस इनवॉइस? डू आई नीड टू ऐड और लेस इन दिस इनवॉइस? इन दिस इनवॉइस not to be done. So इस invoice के लिए nothing to be done. So what is the taxable value? What is the taxable value? So the taxable value is 550 plus 20 plus 25 minus 11. Right? कितना आ गया? Net amount कितना आ गया? What is the net amount? 584. ठीक है. अब इसके बारे में बात करते हैं थोड़ा. We'll talk about the last point. So you will not do anything, but what is the reason you will give? What is the reason you will give? What is the reason you will give? Without any change in the individual transaction. So without any change in the individual, it does not give the clarity. It does not give the clarity, but can I say it is post supply discount? इतना तो मैं बोल ही सकता हूं ना, it is post supply discount. Can I say it is post supply discount? Can I say this is post supply discount? Correct. Now for the post supply discount, there has to be the 3 point. It should be linked to the relevant invoices. It should be linked to the relevant invoices. And there has to be the agreement on or before the supply. And third is ITC reversal by the recipient. So therefore, we cannot say additional discount based on the additional purchase of the other machine based on the additional purchase of other machinery for which adjustment is made at the year end. So यहाँ से मुझे मालूम चल गया post supply discount है without any changes in the individual transaction. It means it is a post supply discount. It is a post supply discount. So therefore, we can say it is not excluded. So I can say that the three more conditions are there. If it is satisfied, then only we can exclude the same. Okay. So assuming that because it is not linked, therefore it will not be reduced. Let me go to the particular point. ये पूरा clause आपका आना चाहिए. This clause should come. There has to be the agreement on or before the supply. It should be linked to the relevant invoices, and the ITC has been reversed by the recipient because none of the information has been given. So therefore, we cannot exclude the same from the value. Is that clear? अब एक क्वेश्चन और करना, ये मैंने मतलब एडिशनल क्वेश्चन दिया है which you will solve, but meanwhile let me unmute the Navneet, and Navneet एक बार पूछना.
हेलो.
हेलो.
यस सर.
हाँ, आवाज नहीं आ रही. नेट नॉट बेटर सर, अनेबल टू अंडरस्टैंड.
हेलो.
हाँ अभी ठीक है.
नाउ ऑडिबल सर.
नाउ ऑडिबल.
Sir, actually, you were asking na, that where it is written in the study material that irrelevance, it is 6.12 page number, na?
ठीक है,
You
मैं
asked.
ओपन कर
Yeah.
लेता हूँ.
Yes, sir. There it is written that it accept like composition scheme and one more thing I want to understand.
This one, okay.
6.12 less नीचे नीचे थोड़ा और नीचे. Supply. Yeah. Very noted that in case of goods, except for composition supplier and registered person.
Correct.
Making
I like to highlight this point. You are excluding composition and you are excluding RCM, right?
Yes, sir.
And now the third point is also being added, specified actionable claim. It means suppose
कहाँ लिखा हुआ है?
मैं आपसे वही तो पूछ रहा हूँ, कहाँ लिखा हुआ है, मुझे नहीं मालूम था.
वही सर, मैं भी कंफ्यूज था. इसमें मतलब दो चीज तो मैंने पढ़ी थी. आरसीएम कंपोजिशन स्कीम तो फिक्स है, बट ये रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन मेकिंग सप्लाई ऑफ स्पेसिफाइड एक्शनेबल क्लेम्स, ये
इसका
सब ये
मतलब क्या हुआ?
यही सट्टा वगैरह जो मतलब ये
सपोज आई एम इनटू द ऑनलाइन मनी गेमिंग.
यस सर.
ऑनलाइन मनी गेमिंग, सपोज मेरा मेरा है ऑनलाइन मनी गेमिंग का सप्लाई, लॉटरी है, बैटिंग है, गैम्बलिंग है, कुछ भी आप कर लो जो स्पेसिफाइड एक्शनेबल क्लेम में इंक्लूड है, हॉर्स रेसिंग, बैटिंग.
यस
And
सर.
now I am receiving the advance from you.
इट विल बी
See,
टैक्सेबल.
we all know that actionable claim is goods, right?
यस सर.
And because it is goods, and therefore this advance is being liable to pay the GST.
यस सर.
ठीक है. Any doubt?
नहीं सर, बस यही यही दो चीज जो मतलब शुरुआत में मेरे पास डाउट था कि ये एडवांस उसमें लिखा हुआ है विच एवर इज अर्लियर एडवांस पेमेंट, रिसीट ऑफ पेमेंट और इशू ऑफ इनवॉइस, बट एक पॉइंट ये था कि इररिलेवेंट है, जो कि उसमें जो चार्ट बनाया हुआ फ्लो चार्ट उसमें भी लिखा हुआ है कि इररिलेवेंट. तो अब क्लियर हो गया कि वो नोटिफिकेशन है, और जब तक वो नोटिफिकेशन रहेगा तब तक तो इररिलेवेंट रहेगा, बट हट गया तो फिर वही सेम नियम लागू होगा
बिल्कुल
कि
बिल्कुल.
payment और
Now
जो है.
last point which you told just now कि RCM कहाँ लिखा हुआ है?
यस सर, एक्चुअली आई डोंट नो.
ये ये रहा यहाँ लिखा हुआ है RCM. RCM के ऊपर टैक्स पे करना है, ये पॉइंट कौन से सेक्शन से अराइज होता है? 12 सबसेक्शन 3 से.
9(3)
और सॉरी,
आरसीएम सर 9(3) और 9(4).
टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई की बात करूं मैं तो 9394 तो लेवी का सेक्शन हो गया. उसका टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई कैसे निकालूंगा? 12 सबसेक्शन 3 या 13 सबसेक्शन 3 से निकालूंगा?
गुड्स 12(3).
हाँ 12(3).
यस.
जाऊं ऊपर चला जाता हूँ, 1 मिनट रुकिए. ये रहा. सप्लाई ऑन विच टैक्स इज लायबल टू बी पेड ऑन रिवर्स चार्ज बेसिस, द टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई शैल बी अ लिस्ट ऑफ बिलो 3. ये 12 सबसेक्शन 3 है.
यस सर.
ठीक है. और रिलैक्सेशन किसके लिए है? रिलैक्सेशन इसके लिए है. सो इट मींस बिकॉज दे हैव गिवन द रिलैक्सेशन फॉर 12 टू ए, इट मींस इट इज ओनली फॉर द फॉरवर्ड चार्ज, नॉट फॉर द रिवर्स चार्ज. तो एक्चुअली कौन से एडवांस पर टैक्स नहीं पे करना है? इट इज एफसीएम अगर है तो पे नहीं करना है, बट किसको पे करना पड़ेगा? कंपोजिशन लेवी के केस में एफसीएम पर पे करना पड़ेगा। एक्शनेबल क्लेम, स्पेसिफाइड एक्शनेबल क्लेम में सप्लायर को पे करना पड़ेगा एफसीएम पे, और आरसीएम के केस में रिसिपिएंट को पे करना पड़ेगा एडवांस के टाइम पे। इज दैट क्लियर?
Yes, sir. Clear.
लास्ट क्वेश्चन करो एवरीवन, प्लीज सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन, वेरी, it is not from the study material. Last question, and it is not from study material. So be careful, solve, and everyone discuss. You will enjoy that question, I can say. पढ़ लेते हैं। Muthuswamy, an electronic dealer registered in Karnataka, hired Mr. Parivahan Logistic, an unregistered GTA, to deliver his goods at the place of the business of the customer in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Parivahan charged 60,000 for the transportation of goods, which was paid by the Muthuswamy on the 4th January. Through account paycheck, the delivery was also made on the same day. ठीक है? Parivahan Logistics did not raise the tax invoice for these services since it was unregistered. In this case, you are required to determine who is liable to pay the tax. Quickly tell me the answer. Person liable to issue the tax invoice. Person who is liable to issue the tax invoice. Person who is liable to issue the tax invoice. The answer is ठीक है. Time limit for issuance of tax invoice. Time limit to issue the tax invoice. Mahalakshmi, you are saying GTA. Wait. Yes, ma'am. I have covered. First, I covered time of supply, then I covered value of supply. Then, because of the time there, I have covered one more question, additional question for this time of supply. Coming back to the time of supply. अच्छा, एक बात बताइए, just tell me one thing. In this case, who is a supplier and who is a recipient? In this case, for this case, GTA service, for transportation service, who is the supplier, who is the recipient? Who is the supplier, who is the recipient? Correct. See, if I am talking about GTA service, if I'm talking about GTA service, then who is the supplier? GTA. Parivahan Logistic. And who is the recipient? The person who is liable to pay that consideration, Muthuswamy. But if I talk about supply of the goods, then who is the supplier? Muthuswamy. And who is the recipient? That Jaipur, whomsoever is there. Currently, we are talking about this part. So I think it is clear to all. One participant has written that supplier is the Muthuswamy. Okay. So we are talking about GTA service. GTA service. Who is the supplier? This particular Parivahan Logistics is the supplier. Okay. He is the supplier. And who is the recipient? This Muthuswamy is the recipient. Why he issued the tax invoice? Why Muthuswamy is required to issue the tax invoice? I have explained, just tell me in the short. I have explained already in the class. Absolutely correct, because it is unregistered. You, Linga, and everyone, you cannot say for the recipient. You have to say for the supplier, because in this case, supplier is unregistered. Liability to make the self invoice is on the recipient. You will give this reason. Because supplier is unregistered. Parivahan Logistic is unregistered. Therefore, the invoice is required to be issued by the recipient as it is covered under reverse charge. एक बात बताना, just tell me one thing, just tell me one thing. I'm asking different question, altogether different question. I am a chartered accountant. Let's say I have done the audit for you and I'm raising the invoice of 20,000. I'm unregistered person. I'm raising the invoice to you and you are registered person in the GST. You are registered person in the GST. I am a chartered accountant. Let me repeat once again. I'm a chartered accountant. I have done the audit for you, for which I am charging 20,000. Who will prepare the invoice in this case? Who will prepare the invoice in this case? Who will prepare the invoice in this case? Tax invoice. I'm talking about. So whether I will charge the GST, you tell me. When I raise the invoice of 20,000, will I charge the GST also? Can I charge the GST also? Answer is no. I cannot charge the GST. You all agree? Cannot charge the GST. Now tell me one thing. In this case, whether recipient will prepare the invoice. In this case, whether recipient will prepare the invoice. Mostly you are saying yes. एक बार वापस confirm कर दीजिए. In this case, whether recipient will prepare the invoice. In this case, whether recipient will prepare the invoice because it is registered. Because it is registered. Quickly tell me, Mahalakshmi, Linga, and everyone. Answer is no. Whether CA services are covered in reverse charge. Tell me whether CA services are covered under reverse charge. क्या CA की सर्विस रिवर्स चार्ज में है? Recipient will prepare the invoice if it is under reverse charge and supplier is unregistered. Supplier is unregistered. In my example, I am a chartered accountant and I am unregistered. Agreed. Condition satisfied. But whether the transaction is covered under reverse charge, no. Why recipient will prepare the invoice? Why recipient will prepare the invoice? Okay, fine. So in this case, what is the logic reasoning you will give? You will give that the recipient is liable to make the invoice because the transaction is covered under reverse charge and the supplier is unregistered. Time limit, already you have told me that 30 days time limit is there. Time of the supply for transportation services, assuming that tax invoice is on the last day on which it should have been issued. Kindly solve the last part and then give me the answer. What would be your answer for third number question? एक मिनट, एक सेकंड, just change it. What is the time of supply in this case? Last part है, last question है, last part है. Then I will hand over the same to the ma'am. But before that, please answer. What is the time of supply? आपके पास क्वेश्चन है. You have the date, then tell me the date. I need the date. Here the point is saying that recipient is prepared the invoice on the last date. जो भी last date है. So first tell me what is the last date to prepare the invoice in this case. What is the last date to prepare the invoice in this case? Which was paid by on 4th January, the delivery was also made on the same day. So receipt of the goods was on 4th January. Receipt of the goods or service, मतलब goods hand over किया तो मैं assume कर सकता हूँ the date of the receipt of the service was on 4th January. May add 30 days. Add 30 days. It will come to the 3rd Feb. It will come to the 3rd Feb. Let me go to the RCM chapter once again. Let me go to the RCM chapter. Date of payment. What is the date of payment? 4th January. What is the date of the payment? 4th January. Date immediately following 60 days. Will it be applicable or not? Not applicable because the supplier is not registered. The date of invoice. In this case, invoice was prepared on the same day. Which day? On the same day. Not, sorry. Invoice was prepared on the last day. तो लास्ट डेट क्या था? 30 डेज का टाइम लिमिट है. 30 डेज कब कंप्लीट होगा? 3rd 4th को पेमेंट किया, 4th को सर्विस रिसीव हुई है. द सर्विस इज बीइंग रिसीव्ड ऑन द 4th Jan. Add 30 days, so it will come as 3rd Feb. So 4th Jan or 3rd Feb, whichever is earlier. So what is the time of supply? Everyone is clear? Everyone is clear? कुलदीप, आप मार्च का डेट इसलिए ला रहे हो क्योंकि यू आर गोइंग फॉर 60 डेज. यू आर गोइंग फॉर 60 डेज प्रोबेबली. बट 60 डेज तो तब एप्लीकेबल होगा ना जब सप्लायर रजिस्टर्ड है. If the supplier is unregistered, then this clause will not be applicable. It will come into this case, and here the time limit is 30 days. कुलदीप, एक बार कंफर्म करो. ठीक है ना? ठीक है. So done from my side. Ma'am, over to you. It's A. Absolutely correct, Navneet. Absolutely correct. Either it will be A or B, or it will be A or C. Very nice. So from my side, it's done. Any other point, or otherwise I will hand over the same to the Shefali ma'am. Oh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I'm sorry, मुझे नहीं मालूम था कि and वो करना है.
Actually, I was not co-host. That's why I was not able to unmute myself.
Okay.
A very good evening to all the students. So I have joined this session after a long time, and I have been able to interact with intermediate students after a long time. So I want to know how are their studies going and what is their feedback regarding the class. Anything they want to share? Good evening, Navneet, Kuldeep. Anybody wants to share their feedback? In fact, I request all of you to fill the feedback form so that we can understand that if you want some more questions or anything to be incorporated in the classes, whether this question answer format is sufficient. Navneet is saying feedback is very good. That's what I was expecting all of you to share. And in fact, anybody has any other suggestion also, because we are following the question and answer format. Okay. LVRC, Kuldeep is saying LVRC are mirroring. Navneet is saying maza aata hai. Good. Because sir actually takes so many other questions also apart from study material questions. Study material questions because you're also able to see beforehand. But when he takes the small other questions, which makes you think about the provision. So that makes the class interesting also, and that makes it useful also. Mind-blowing hai sare session. Navneet is saying. In fact, Navneet, you can fill the feedback form also, because that helps us in recording these feedback. Because whatever feedback you are giving here, if you give it in feedback form also, that helps in recording the feedback. Kuldeep is saying, sir, taking with full enthusiasm and interest. That I can also see, and that I can also see from your feedback also. Others also how they are finding the classes. Mahalakshmi, then Lingaraju, Visala, and Kuldeep and Navneet have given their feedback. Others also, if they can give your feedback, because today's class we had completed now almost all the substantive provisions except last substantive provision, that is the input tax credit. So we have completed till value of supply. All the substantive provisions, supply, charge, exemptions, time, value, place, everything has been completed. In fact, this completes your major portion, or you can say more than 50% of the syllabus, or more than 50, not, I would not say syllabus per se, not 50% of the portion which would be asked in the examination. Because as if you see the section wise weightage of the papers 3B, you will find that chapter 1 to chapter 8 input tax credit, they cover the substantive portion, they cover the substantial portion of the entire paper, and more than 50% of your paper is set on this section. It has the weightage of more than 50% basically. So this is the portion you need to focus more on, and you have already covered most of this. So now you are, I hope, in a better position to prepare for the examination. Navneet, I'm saying about section 1, the section wise weightage I'm talking about. The weight, if you remember, we had done in the regular classes also the section wise weightage. That means the overall section wise weightage is for every subject you will find section wise weightage. We have distributed the entire syllabus into different sections, and each section has been provided a weightage. So this core provision, these core provisions of GST, starting from chapter 1 to ITC chapter, this entire section or this entire portion comes under section 1, and that is the portion which has the highest weightage in your entire syllabus, so, or your entire paper. So the question paper of GST, if you see for past few papers, you will find that this is the portion where most of the questions are centered in. Of almost 50 to 60% paper will be from this section only. This is how the structure has been designed. So this provides that you have to focus more on this particular section. If we take if I take you to the website, ICAI website, I will take you to the ICAI website. And from there, you can see the section-wise weightage also. Just let me share the screen for a while and I will show it to you. So on the students, on the main website, if we go to the students resources, just a minute. We go on the students tab there, BOS Knowledge Portal. I hope all of you are referring to BOS Knowledge Portal regularly, because there you will get all the updates. You get whatever insights we want to provide to the students. This fortnight program is also going on for May 26 examination. I hope that also you are attending. So here the section wise weightage is given to you, and for intermediate also it's there. Yes. So here you can see that for paper 3B, just a minute. For paper 3B, if you see section, in fact, section 2, it's not section 1, it's section 2. But this is the section which comprises of 50 to 80% of your entire paper. So at least half of your paper will be from this section. And generally it is 60 to 65% weightage this section has in the examination question paper. So this is the most important section. You can see that application of GST, CGST, IGST law, then supply, composite and mixed supplies, charge of tax exemption, composition levy, then classification, place, time, value of supply, and input tax credit. So basically the portion till input tax credit and computation of GST liability portion, this comprises of the section 2, or the biggest portion section, or highest section, which comprises of the highest weightage. So this is how you have to prioritize your studies as well as your revision also. At this point of time, most of you will be in the revision stage for May 26 examination. That is why these classes have been arranged. Fortnight program is also going on, where the insights are being shared for all of you, how to prepare for May 26 examination, what are the points you need to keep in mind. So that also you all should refer, as well as you should prepare according to this section-wise weightage. I hope this is clear to you all. Anything anybody of you wants to share? Otherwise, we can wind up the session. And do share the feedback for the session. Anything you want to share regarding this session at this point of time, you can share. GST का जो fortnight program है वो वैसे नवनीत हो चुका है. That was there on the 10th of March, but we have to see whether the I think that is not available in recorded like form. But next जो session होगा वो अच्छा कुलदीप ने attend किया था. Good, Kuldeep, you attended that. Where also you will have got insights. Swati madam has taken that session. So she had shared the insights. In fact, some technical topics were also there dealt. Navneet is asking अब कैसे होगा. तो Navneet आप अभी success at CA exam होगा जो next session and that is part 2 of the fortnight program. कुछ insights we have shared, some insights we have shared in fortnight program. Now for remaining, you should refer or you should watch the success at CA exam session also. That will be there in the month of April. And there also Paper-3B will be there. So that you should for that, let us see the website. It is given on the website itself. I have shared the website with you all. Let me show it there. Website is clearly visible to you all. There I will be showing it to you. Just a minute. Okay, weightage is visible to you. Give me just 1 minute. I will show you the this schedule on the website where it is available. I'm not able to switch my screen, but it is available on the website. If you go to BOS Knowledge Portal, once you click on the BOS Knowledge Portal, first thing you see is the schedule. Now, this schedule for, currently is of the fortnight program. And yeah, Kuldeep has already seen it. So this is available on the BOS Knowledge Portal. On the once you click on the website, then itself you will be able to see the schedule. So there you can see success at CA exam schedule also. Success at CA exam second, because first is fortnight and second part will be success at CA exam. There you can refer it. Okay. So okay. Because I think some issue is there with my system. Now I'm not able to go again to that. So anything you want to share? Otherwise, we'll wind up the session now. With this, we come to an end of the session. Thank you so much, students. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, ma'am. Okay.
Navneet. I think session has ended. In fact, I think now my system is working, so I can show something which I wanted to show to the students. Just a minute. Here this now here this it is given. If we go to the home page, so this is the schedule of the fortnight program which is appearing here. And once the fortnight gets completed, then we'll be having the schedule of the success at CA exam here. So this is one of the place where you will get the fortnight schedule. Plus, you'll be getting it in the announcement also. In announcement, the success at CA exam. Yes. So this is regarding success at CA exam series 1, but now series 1 has been converted into fortnight program. Announcement regarding series 2 will also be hosted here very soon. Once this fortnight program gets completed, then you will get to know that when the success at CA exam series 2, I think this is regarding that only, this announcement. This has been hosted on 27th. This is for final. Same way you will get it for inter also. Soon it will be hosted here only. You will get the information. Okay. So, okay. We are winding up the session now.